Hello everyone, and welcome to my thesis presentation. My work is called ARScape, Exploring Mobile Augmented Reality for Escape Rooms. So for my background, motivation, and goals. Mobile AR games are popular now, with a lot of the more popular titles including Harry Potter, Wizards Unite, and Pokemon Go. A lot of people would say that augmented reality is the main theme of these games, but in gameplay, the AR is actually more of a side feature that can easily be turned off and is also mostly tied to your physical location. In my work, I challenge the notion that mobile AR games have to be tied to location in order to be successful and fun. In order to do so, I utilize the concept of escape rooms to create a game narrative which uses the immediate surroundings of the player to create an engaging AR experience. For my process and methods, I used Vuforia Engine's SDK, which works as a Unity Engine plugin. I created a game demo which attempts to use the player's surroundings to create an escape room type of game. Since the game needs to locate the space the player is in, the player has to find the ground and anchor the stage by tapping the floor on their mobile screen. This was all through Vuforia Engine. From there, my narrative guides the player through small games such as solving a puzzle and drawing a little face for their helper character in order to escape the nameless enemies of the game. So for my findings, over the course of 2 studies, a total of 17 participants played my game. While there were some differences between studies, the main takeaway was that the game was successful at creating the core AR experience I was hoping to achieve. Questions from the survey were split into 3 categories. With the first, which is visual AR design, there were some issues with performance mainly relating to visual objects scaling and moving around with the user. This was mainly due to the game losing track of where to lock objects in the virtual reality space, which is basically when the camera loses sight of the floor, it loses track of where to anchor virtual objects, and then things start going haywire within the engine. For the second category, which is physical AR design, the main issue once again seemed to be with relocating objects that have left the user's field of view. For the third category, which was AR experience, the feedback was mostly positive, and all participants indicated that they strongly felt the AR was a core feature of the game as I had intended, which was very reassuring for my work. With the current system, there's only so much I can do to make the narrative and technology work together to make a compelling game. Basically, there would be a better grounding system needed in order to get rid of the problem of objects floating off into space and disappearing with the lack of the grounding plane, and the narrative structure needed to be redone in order to handle some of those technological issues and work them into part of the game's narrative. So bearing those things in mind, along with all the difficulties I was having, I came up with the concept of the next work being a hybrid room. Basically, you would have a physical space like current escape rooms already do, and then along with some of the physical objects have physical markers, and then have devices that would scan the markers, and you would have augmented reality aspects to work into the game. That way you would have a hybrid escape room. This opens up a lot of opportunities for different kinds of escape rooms. You could expand the narrative, you can have different possibilities there, and I think it would really expand the market. This has the added benefit of also being able to fit a lot of different kinds of escape room needs, such as educational and recruitment, which are already being used. A lot of people already use escape rooms for these needs. Either way, I believe that mobile augmented reality is certainly possible without the use of location. I do believe that there is a need for this type of thing in the market, and I think we can do it. So thank you for listening to my talk, and have a good day.